welcome back to TMRE. We're joined by John Garvie, Manager User Experience at LinkedIn. Hi, John.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
If we could start, if you could just tell me a little bit about what you and your teams are up to, how it fits into the overall LinkedIn organization, that would be great.
Sure. So I am part of a team that's called the User Experience Research Team. We are actually part of the design organization at LinkedIn. And what we do is we help our product teams all across the company build great stuff for our customers and our members. At LinkedIn, we don't say user, we say member, because the people that are part of our platform are our members. They're part of something, they're part of a community.
And what are the types of issues or challenges that you're working on at the moment?
Well, quite a few. We're always trying to build the best products, the best things that we possibly can for our customers and members. And what that requires is a really deep understanding of what matters to them. So what are their needs? What are their problems? What are their workflows? And also, what are their desired experiences? So what do they actually want from LinkedIn, or what do they believe LinkedIn can credibly deliver for them? So we actually conduct research where we go out and we really try to understand what's going on with these people through conversation and through other types of means too, which could be actually going to their office and seeing how they work, or talking to our members about particular sort of areas of focus. But I think the main challenge that we're experiencing right now is actually leveling up our research in a way that helps to inform our long-term strategy and innovation. So our long-term roadmaps and where we should go next and where we might be able to play.
And when you're working with clients, what would be kind of a typical engagement? How might that work? And I'm sure it's very varied, but just in terms of some of the sort of
Well, it definitely varies. And we like to do work that basically falls into three different areas. Foundational research, which is a deep understanding of particular target users or target people who we actually want to serve with a particular product. And in that research, it's what I mentioned before. So we're actually going out, doing contextual inquiry, doing deep dives into a particular sort of area of focus, and really trying to understand these people at a very intimate level, right? But then we also do research that helps our product teams go from considering what we call it diverging, so considering lots of different possibilities or options or concepts, to considering a few of them, or considering a few to one. So we help our product teams narrow in on the types of product experiences that are actually going to provide value to our users. And then lastly, we do work that we would call sort of usability or polish work. So that's where we're actually testing specific prototypes or experiences to ensure that they're delivering what we intend.
And when you're scanning the horizon, what sort of new tools and techniques are you seeing that are
We're old-fashioned. The techniques that we primarily use is structured conversation or observation. And I think that that's something that, as I've been at TMRE and sort of looking around and talking to people, that's the thing that people keep coming back to. There's obviously a big focus on data, big data, analytics, being able to process data, AI, all of these different things that help us to pick up signal. But one of the things that's being left out is just the old-fashioned sort of art of being able to have a structured conversation and to learn from somebody by deeply listening or observing what they're doing. And when I think about the methods that we bring to bear, of course we're looking at data, of course we're partnering with our data science teams and using quantitative methods to understand what's going on, but we're also doing that deep research to understand why people are doing things.
And when you look more broadly at sort of the industry, what do you sort of see the sort of the challenges in the sort of the industry as a whole?
A few things. One is I think that there's so much data now that it actually is difficult to start to separate the signal from the noise. And I know that there's a lot of focus on that. But product organizations need different inputs. They need different lenses in order to be able to figure out where to go next or where to focus. So, like I said before, is analyzing data important? Of course it is. But business is as much art as it is science. And I think that you can't forget that. You have to be able to combine those two things and find the intersection there.
And we're just interested in terms of new leadership thinking, new leadership books. Is there anything that you've come across that you've seen that's really affected the way that you think and some of the work that you're doing with teams? Is there anything?
I'm a big fan of Steve Blank. He's a professor out of Stanford.
Yep.
He uses a lot of lean methodologies in order to help organizations go from, or entrepreneurs go from nothing to a well-functioning business. But I think his methodology of getting out of the office, going out talking to people, actually validating or invalidating your assumptions is something that I resonate with a lot.
And is lean methodology well used within LinkedIn, or is something that you use within your teams?
I'd say it's a hybrid.
Right.
So, we're not a startup, so we have to be agile, we have to use lots of different methods. But I think that we're really sort of leveraging or looking at lots of different methods, whether it's agile, whether it's lean methodologies, whether it's sprint, like the Google Sprint methodologies, design research methodologies. All of these different things inform our practice, and we really use them all. And we like to remix them too.
Yeah. And finally, I guess just wanted to ask, given the pace of change with consumers and brands going on in the world, if you had to give sort of your customers, your members, one piece of advice, what would it be when it comes to the work that you're doing?
Quickly doesn't necessarily equate with better.
Yeah.
And so I think that there needs to be a balance between doing things quickly, quick learnings, and also quality. And I think that that's a tension that we often feel at LinkedIn, especially inside of product organizations that are trying to move as fast as possible, right? And one of the challenges that we often grapple with is how can we ensure quality, how can we ensure a rigorous approach while also ensuring that we're moving at the pace of business. And so we've leveraged a lot of methods, a lot of programs, a lot of frameworks, we've done a lot of experimentation to basically increase the time, or decrease the time rather, that we spend doing work, but while also maintaining quality. So, from my perspective, I think that, and the second piece is that product organizations that I think develop a research backbone, the insights ladder on themselves, or they grow on themselves. So the more that you do, the more that you learn, the faster you can be. You don't have to start from square one every time. You can kind of build on what you know. So that definitely, obviously, speeds things up.
Great, good. Well, thank you very much for joining us today.
Sure.
Appreciate that, John.
Sure,
Good.
yeah.
Cheers. Thank you.